Hello, you 9-to-5ers. I am once again Thomas H. Foolery, and welcome back to Wacky Workspaces, where we interview the strangest of people with the strangest professions. Today on the show, we've got a very special guest who's come from the deepest depths of literal hell. Death himself. Come on in, Mr. Death. Hello, Tom.
Excuse me. Hello, Tom. It's good to be on the show. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, Mr. Death, we thank you very much for coming. Now, would you like to start by giving our audience a little bit of information on what it is you do?
Well, alright. Well, I'm Death, as most of you could probably tell. And my job is pretty self-explanatory. I take people from the mortal realm to the afterlife. It's pretty easy.
That sounds like a bit of a grim job, is it not?
You get used to it.
I suppose that applies to most jobs in this day and age. How long have you been at this profession?
Well, last time I checked, it was about 2,437 years.
Specific. How many people would you say you've... How do I put this?
Killed?
Sure.
Well, just last week my count was up to 100 billion souls.
That's quite a lot of people. How do you deal with that on your conscience?
Well, it's pretty easy. I've said I've been at this for like 2,000 years. It's not too bad. Really, the big thing is when people don't want to die. That's the real problem.
Do you even ever get bored of it?
Oh no, because there's all sorts of interesting people that have to die every day. I mean, think about it. Thousands of people die every day, and most of them have interesting personalities. Most of them.
Well, I suppose that's fair. You mentioned you've killed some interesting people. Do you have a favorite?
I don't know if I have a favourite, but there were a few that definitely stood out to me. One of which was like 2,000-ish years ago. There's one guy, I think they called him Jesus or something.
Do you mean Jesus?
No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Jesus. Anyway, he died, right?
Yeah.
He died. I killed him. Well, I killed him, whatever. He died, and then 3 days later, he was gone. I couldn't find him. It was like he went back to life or something.
That's pretty odd. I assume that doesn't happen very often?
Not really, no.
People rising from the dead, that shouldn't be happening, yeah?
Well, I mean, it happens from time to time, but it's pretty rare.
Really? Is there someone else who's done that other than this Jesus guy?
Well, not really, but some people live longer than they're expected to.
But really, who would you say did that?
Well, have you ever heard of Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah, I definitely have. I'm sure most of our audience has.
But I don't think you really need me to explain much more.
Yeah, I guess I understand it now, but you catch up with everyone, I guess. So you've been at this job for about 2,000 years, you said?
Yeah.
Then who took care of Death before you?
So, I'm not really sure who Death was before me, but they weren't really good at their job, because when I took the job, there were barely any souls in the afterlife. It was insane.
Do you have like a quota or something you have to fill?
Basically, every few years I got to have a certain amount of souls, and it keeps exponentially growing with the population. Thanks for that one, guys.
So you have a quota like a normal 9-to-5. Do you ever work overtime?
Overtime? Well, not exactly overtime, but I definitely do things that are like kind of help me a little bit extra than I should.
What do you mean by extra?
You ever heard of the Black Plague?
That was you?
That was me.
Did you also do the whole pandemic thing in 2020?
No, that was all you guys. Thanks for that one, though.
Okay. You're welcome, I guess.
Made my job a lot easier.
Okay. Well, I think, viewers, that this is a good spot for me to fulfill my contractual obligations, so I'll see you in a second.
Are you tired of working all the time? Do you wish you could just take a break in the middle of your workday? Do you wish you could just put off working for an hour, maybe 2 hours, or perhaps even a day? Well, my name is John Lazy, and I'd like to introduce to you procrastination. Gone are the days of working all the time and being bored of your job or school. Now you can just not. Now's the time for relaxation, happiness, and even laziness. Procrastination works by letting you slouch around being lazy all day and then stressing out right before your deadline to get all your work done. It works!
50% of the time.
Some may claim that procrastination is bad for you because it stresses you out and teaches you to be lazy. Wrong! What could be better than getting your work done? That's right, nothing! This is a professional procrastinator, and here's what he has to say.
Ever since I started procrastinating, I got all my work done, just barely on time. Since then, I've had so much time during the day to do whatever I want. Now I can watch Mr. Beast videos all day long, eat lunchly, drink Prime, and still get my work done. Hang on, what the heck is a lunch?
So you see, procrastination is the future. So call 1-800-BE-LAZY. That's 1-800-BE-LAZY to start your procrastination journey now.
Do not procrastinate if you have ADHD, anxiety, or watch YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or Instagram Reels, or if you are human in any way. Procrastination and John Lazy are not responsible for laziness, getting no work done, getting fired, getting divorced, losing custody of your children, or death.
And we're back. Okay, Mr. Death.
Yeah.
I've got just a few other questions for you.
Alright.
First off, why do you only wear black? I mean, are you just trying to be scary, or...?
Well, not really. It's kind of the uniform. It came with the contract.
Interesting. So you live in hell, correct?
Yeah.
And it's pretty hot down there, right?
Well, yeah, it's a bit hot.
But you're forced to wear black all the time?
Yeah, it doesn't sound that good, but when you think about it, it doesn't sound that good.
I guess it builds character. So people on Earth often compare hell and the continent of Australia.
Oh, Australia?
Would you say they're similar, or?
Australia's way worse. Have you seen their spiders? It rains spiders down there.
It does,
rains!
It does pretty much rain spiders.
That's so
there.
much worse than hell.
That, I guess. We have one from our viewer here. They want to know whether Steve Jobs is in hell, and how's he doing?
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, he fits pretty well down there.
I mean, shots fired. Okay, our viewers want to know if you know a guy named Beetlejuice.
Shush, shush, shush. Do not say his name. That guy freaks me out.
Okay, I won't question you further. All right, well, I suppose that's all the questions we've got here today. Mr. Death, do you have any closing thoughts or recommendations for our job seekers?
Well, first off, not just anybody can be Death. You need discipline. You need creativity, determination, and immortality. You've got to be really creative to make interesting ways for people to die. It's more odder than you think. And if you've got any questions about death, don't worry, you will see me later.
Don't you mean I will see you later?
No, I don't.
Okay. Not really sure what he means by that, but I've been Thomas H. Foolery. This is literally Death.
Hello.
And you've been watching Wacky Workspaces. Be sure to tune in next time because we all know you're unemployed and living in your mom's basement. Lots of recommendations for our speakers. Speakers? It says speakers. Sorry, I'll just do that again.